All right, let's talk about the small words that can make a massive difference in how you speak and write. I'm talking about pronouns. They might seem like Grammar 101, but trust me, getting them right is the secret weapon for sounding clear, smart, and totally on top of your game. I mean, just listen to this sentence for a second. John said that John wants to use the computer that belongs to John. Yikes. Grammatically, sure, it works, but it's so clunky and repetitive. It's just awkward. Sound a little familiar? We've all done it, right? We get tangled up in our own sentences, repeating the same name over and over until all the rhythm is gone. Well, this is the exact problem pronouns were invented to fix. Yeah, let's call this the repetition problem. And pronouns? They're the elegant solution. They are the shortcut that makes our language actually flow the way it's supposed to. I mean, just look at the difference here. It's like night and day. On the left, it's a bit of a mess. But when you pop in some pronouns, it becomes, Marta is proud of her achievement. She has done it all. See? It's instantly smoother, cleaner, more professional. The words her and she just step in to do the job for Marta. That's their main gig. So, we know pronouns are our stand-ins, but here's the catch. For them to work their magic, they need a solid connection. A pronoun can't just show up out of the blue. It has to clearly, without a doubt, be standing for something. And that something has a fancy grammar name, the antecedent. But don't let the word scare you. It's just the original noun that the pronoun is replacing. The takeaway here is simple. Every single pronoun needs a clear antecedent. Otherwise, you're just going to confuse everybody. For example, in this sentence, who are they? Well, that's Nancy and Thomas. And who is her? That's daughter. You see that? It's like drawing a clear, straight line back from the pronoun to the noun it stands for. That link keeps everything precise. So we get what pronouns do. But which one do you actually use? This brings us to a really crucial difference. Subject pronouns versus object pronouns. And honestly, this is where most of the mistakes happen, so let's clear it up. Okay, let's break this down. It's actually pretty simple. Subject pronouns are the ones doing the action. They're the performers. Think I, he, she, we, they. On the flip side, you've got object pronouns. They're the ones just chilling, receiving the action. Think me, him, her, us, them. It all comes down to the role they play in the sentence. Let's see it in the wild. He and I will collect the data. Who's doing the collecting? He and I. So we're the subjects. Now look at the other side. The director hired them. Who got hired? Them. They received the action, so they're the object. It's a really simple distinction, but man, is it powerful. And now for the really fun part. We're going to tackle some of the most common pronoun traps, the ones that trip up pretty much everyone, even native speakers. If you can nail these, you're going to instantly level up your communication game. First up, a total classic. You're talking about yourself and someone else. What's the right way to say it? I and Peter went to the store, or Peter and I went to the store? The answer is super easy to remember. There are two little rules. First, it's just plain polite to put the other person's name first. And second, there's a grammar rule that says nouns, like Peter, are kind of stronger, so they go before pronouns like I. So the correct way is always, always Peter and I. Here's another one you hear all the time. Someone says, let's just keep this between you and I. Sounds kind of right, doesn't it? But is it? Nope, not even a little bit. And here's a rock-solid rule you can always rely on. Words like between, for, to, and with are called prepositions. And after a preposition, you always, no exceptions, use an object pronoun. And what's the object pronoun? It's me, not I. So between you and I is just wrong. That means the correct way to say it is, the secret must remain between you and me. It's a simple fix, but it makes a huge difference in how polished you sound. Okay, how about this tricky one? Someone knocks on the door. You shout, who's there? What is the most grammatically proper, formal answer? Is it is I, or it is me? Let's be real, it is I sounds a little stuffy, doesn't it? Well, get ready to sound a little stuffy because formally, it is I is absolutely correct. The rule is that after a to-be verb, like is, was, were, you're supposed to use a subject pronoun. Now, in everyday conversation, everyone says it's me, and that's totally fine. But if you're aiming for strict formal correctness, it's it was I or the winner was he. Okay, let's add a couple of power-ups to your pronoun toolkit. These next two types are going to add some serious precision and style to your sentences. First up, we've got reflexive pronouns. You know these? They're the self and selves words. Think of them like a mirror. You use them when the person doing the action is also the person receiving it. The action literally reflects back. For instance, she is very proud of herself. Who is she proud of? Well, she's proud of herself. The subject and the object are the same person. The action just bounces right back. It's as simple as that. Next up are relative pronouns. These are amazing little connector words like who, which, and that. Their entire job is to hook on an extra piece of descriptive information to a noun in your sentence. So, for example, I met John, who had just returned. That little word who acts like a bridge, connecting the extra detail that he had just returned directly to John. These guys are essential if you want to build more interesting and complex sentences. And all this brings us to our final and honestly our most important point. Why does any of this matter? It's not just about sounding smart or acing a grammar test. Mastering pronouns is all about one thing: the quest for clarity. I want you to look at this sentence. She loves him more than me. Seems pretty simple, right? But what does it actually truly mean? Well, since me is an object pronoun, it means we are comparing two objects of her love, him and me. So the sentence means she loves him more than she loves me. It's a straightforward comparison. But watch what happens when we change just one single word. Now it says, she loves him more than I. Suddenly, everything has changed. Because I is a subject pronoun, the meaning does a complete 180. It now means she loves him more than I love him. It's a completely different situation. The whole story flips. One tiny word can change the entire story. That's not just grammar. That's the power of being precise. And that is exactly why these little words are such a huge deal. Thanks for tuning in.